Alright everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pokemon Storm Silver Let's Play, where today I think it's going to be a pretty fun episode for pretty much everyone involved except for me, because it's going to be the Team Rocket episode. The episode where we take on Team Rocket, and it takes me an hour to record, and you get to see it in about 3 minutes. So, I am going to be doing one little change to the team. Obviously going to want Henge. It's probably going to be Henge, Robotnik, a Garrick, maybe a bit of Starling. Probably not Barky, who's not going to get much action, but that's fine because he got a bit more in the last episode. And one thing that I meant to do, that I didn't do, I'm also going to, I know Henge has the Quick Claw, but I'm going to give him the Lucky Egg because he's going to take a while to level up. But one thing we did do in the last episode is get the Firestone. And we are going to start this episode off by evolving Barky, just to give you a little something fun before we get into the chaos that is going to be dealing with Team Rocket. I also don't know how much of Team Rocket we're going to be dealing with, but there we are. We now have ourselves an Arcanine, which is pretty solid. And pretty strong, and we get to learn Extreme Speed, which I didn't know we were going to learn, but that's pretty cool. I think we'll just get rid of Leer then. I don't know. I'm just not expecting all of that. Anyway, pretty much the way this episode, because I went back and looked at Heart Gold, the way this episode is going to work is we're going to do the story stuff, and we're going to get into that pretty much immediately. And then it's just going to be battle, story stuff, battle, story stuff. And we're going to see where we are. And if I have to do more, I have to do more. We may do the gym as well, and then do more Team Rocket stuff. This whole sequence was 4 episodes in the Pokemon Heart Gold Let's Play. So, anyway, we've done enough. Let's get going with this. Dragonite Hyper Beam. What took you so long? Just as I thought, the strange radio signal is coming from here. This is coming from behind. Well, we should know. It's coming from... The stairs are right here. We should split up and check this place. I'll go first. Alright, so let's head on down. And immediately we'll be getting into what is inevitably just gonna be a big giant mess of battles. So let's get into it. Well, I think that's the worst of it. We've gotten through the bit that's going to take the longest. And I took this route because of the trap floor there. So if we head down here, we meet back up again with Lance. Are you alright? Your Pokemon are hurt and tired. Here, give them some of my medicine. And that's very nice of him. Let's give our best for Pokemon. Alright, so let's go forward. I'm not sure, I don't know if there's going to be any more specific things, battles, so on and so forth. I think I can avoid him, but we're gonna end up having more battles here. You know, the only problem with all these battles is you have to end up going back and healing all the time. Alright, so we're back and we're gonna continue onwards here. We need to not battle that guy, because we're gonna get enough levels already from this place. And here's Lance again. In order to unlock the door of the radio transmitter, you need the voice of a certain person. The name of the person is Patrell, the Team Rocket executive. I found out he's hiding in their leader's office. Unfortunately, though, that room is also protected with a password. We need the password to their leader's office first. Well, let's, I was thinking I should probably mention before we, get going on fast-forward stuff, which I know we're gonna have to do in a second, that I have done the recording, or the audio recording for the next one-off video. So that's ready to go, actually. I just need to edit it, obviously, and release it. So that should be coming soon. That may actually replace one of these, or maybe a Friday. I'll probably upload them on Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. So we'll, you guys got that to look forward to. I'll probably mention in the X and Y. Well, I'm not playing Pokemon Y, but Pokemon X. I'll probably mention it then. Anyway, let's get into these battles. Okay, so I believe actually where we are at this current moment is one of those points in this game where we're not going to be fast forwarding for a while. We've got, I guess they've replaced Murkrow with a Chatot there. Ooh, and Dark Pulse, that's a pretty fun move. Definitely one for the earlier, well, one for a special attacker is really what I should be saying. But our rivals here for some reason. So, are you messing with them again? You must really like Team Rocket so much. Tell me, who's the guy in the cape who's Dragon-type Pokemon? My Pokemon are no match at all. I don't really care that I lost. I can beat him by getting stronger Pokemon. It's what he told me that bothers me. He told me I don't love and trust my Pokemon enough. I'm furious that I lost to a bleeding heart like him. I don't have the time for the likes of you. I think he just kind of pushes us out the way. There just is something so great about Silver. He's such a good... He's my personal favorite rival, but... Well, personal favorite? He's up there. But anyway, we've finally got a bit of story going on. We've been waiting for you, so you are Joey. Me? You don't know who I am? It's me, Giovanni, the majestic Giovanni himself. Wahahaha. Huh? I don't sound anything like Giovanni. I don't look like Giovanni. How come I've worked so hard to mimic him? See, you're back again. You must be trying to sneak into the radio transmitter room. Well, that's not gonna happen. That room is protected with a special password. The password is Hail Giovanni. Surprised to hear it from me? Knowing the password won't help you, though. The door won't open unless I say the password. It only reacts to my voice. And we get to go ahead and battle Patrell. And, oh, he starts with a Skunk Tank. We don't have anything for Skunk Tank, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in Starling, and then Barky, and just try and lower the attack stat, because Skunk Tank is okay. Skunk Tank is a physical attacker with Dig, which one has absolutely no effect on Starling at all. I could go for a double team, probably. I kind of want to see what Skunktank's gonna do. I don't know what moves it's got. Flamethrower. Okay. It's obviously not gonna use Dig again. We could probably miss an attack. I'm just gonna go straight into Barky. Because Intimidate will lower attack further. And I'll try and go for an Extreme Speed just to see how much it does, so we can actually put something on Skunktank. Some level of damage. Okay, we're going back for the Dig. That is absolutely fine, because that means we can bring Starling back out. And there we go. I'm going to go for a close combat. I know it's probably going to take me out, because this isn't going to take it out, but we've put a big chunk of damage in on it, so that's not too bad. Alright, luckily, I think what we can do... I suspect Barky's faster than Skunktank. It's now -4 attack. Doing Dig's not going to be that useful. I think we're faster than it, so we should be able to get a Flamethrower off and take it out. And that will be probably the hardest of his team. Absolutely done for. I mean, I don't know what the rest of his team's gonna look like, but if it's anything similar to the team he has in regular Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which I know it won't be, but in the vein of poison types, that is, Robotnik should be a pretty good bet in taking his team down. That said, Robotnik isn't the quickest, albeit with fairly decent defenses and a very good attack. But obviously we don't want to lose out with Robotnik, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into Joey. We're going to heal up Robotnik. I suspect he's going to do something like an explosion, or he's going to do just like really powerful sludge bomb type of thing, but it's probably going to be a physical move, so lower the attack while being able to heal up. I actually went for Thunder. Well, in that case, I'm going to go for a Leer, so you're definitely going to go down to a Zen Headbutt. And I don't know why I feel like we're not gonna live a Thunder, are we? Oh, alright, my gut feeling was right, and we're gonna go for... It's faster than us. Alright. Didn't realize that it was a speed tie, but that's fine. I mean, it's got Dark Pulse. But I don't feel like Weezing has that high of a special attack. Right. Oh, Weezing, you don't have a high special attack, but you're full of special attacking moves. And we didn't even take you down. That is disgusting. Okay. What can we do? Maybe we'll put in Henge. It might even be wise to see if we can take Weezing down with Henge. I don't know how possible that would be. Potentially quite possible, actually, because of, if a Rock Slide, I mean, it's a Leer Stab. Yeah, there we go. Weezing's down. So that leaves 2 Pokemon. I don't know what those 2 Pokemon are going to be. Raticate Okay, well that's a simple hop into a Garrick, and please this time be able to take down the stupid fluffy rat thing. But Agaric has not done well against these. Okay, Crobat's the other Pokemon. Right. We only have one potion left, which is a slight problem. What? I'm gonna go for a Flash. Not that's gonna be that helpful. We probably should have swapped out. But I don't think it's really gonna matter all too much. We're gonna go into Barky here for the attack drop. And we can go for strength, actually. That would be really helpful. And my biggest worry, actually, right now is that we have one potion left. And I'm just thinking to myself about... I think we can go out and heal. I think we'll have time to go out and heal. I don't think that'll be a problem. Alright. Barky is a beast. So we're gonna keep... I'm trying to think of who's gonna be better against Raticate. Raticate's probably gonna have a Dark-type move. But I just trust Robotnik more. And it missed. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch into Henge. Because... not because we can live something like a quick attack. Because I don't think we're gonna... I don't know. For some reason, this Raticate really does not want to take us out. We got a Screech off. I'm gonna go into Barky now. Intimidate. Very good. Extreme Speed. How is Quick Attack faster than Extreme Speed? That Intimidate was also absolutely necessary. I have no idea why Raticate would be faster than my Pokemon in these situations, but it is. But regardless, we've got Robotnik. We might be able to take it out with a Bullet Punch. Somehow Robotnik's Bullet Punch is faster than Arcanine's Extreme Speed, and that to me does not make sense. But what does make sense is we have defeated Executive Patrol. And that's not the only thing we've got left, so we've got more battles to go. Since disbanding Team Rocket 3 years ago, our Giovanni has been missing, but we're certain he's been waiting for the right time for our reveal. Wahaha! Losing to you won't change the fact that you are unable to get the radio transmitter room. You need my voice to unlock it. And off he goes. But there is a Chatot there. Hail Giovanni! Chatot is mimicking the voice of Patrol. Maybe it'll be able to... Do I understand why they replaced Murkrow with Chatot, other than it makes more logical sense? No, not really. Password is Hail Giovanni. I mean, we can keep going. I'm fine with this. It's just that obviously we do want to heal up, because otherwise we're gonna be screwed, because we have literally one Pokemon, right? Yes, we have one Pokemon. A very good Pokemon, but one of them. Alright, shout out screen the voice, making the voice of Patrol, and the door open. Okay, we can sneak out. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, So, I think we're gonna... I might just put Starling out front because of the Intimidate. And I know that yeah, we're gonna have to... Stop right there, pest. We can't let a brat like you do as you please again. It'll hurt Team Rocket's pride each and every time, making it lessen, you see. So, it's time to finish you, however strong you may be. If the two of us fight at the same time, you'll have no chance of winning, don't you agree? Hee hee hee. Sorry, baby, now get ready to be thrashed. Hold it! 2-on-1 battle? That's so unfair. Typical Team Rocket to be so sneaky. Allow me to join the battle. What? You an accomplice? Where's your sense of dignity? As interim boss in place of Giovanni, I'll show you how wrong it is to meddle with Team Rocket. And we get our second boss battle in rapid succession. I suspect that this one isn't gonna be as easy, and I'm actually a little bit annoyed that of the two Pokemon that I'm seeing on my screen right now. Especially because I can't remember if Arbok was given Dark-type in this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to switch into Henge, because I just don't think Starling's going to really be able to do much against a Hypno or an Arbok. So we're just going to have to deal with it, really. Idea would be go for Bite on Hypno and try and take it down, knowing that Arbok's probably the bigger threat of the Pokemon of the two. That said, I actually was looking through my DS, and I have a copy of Pokemon Red on my 3DS. And what I found most interesting about that copy was I had a Hypno as part of my team, and I'd been using it as my main Psychic type, mainly because, you know, I don't have it set up to where I can just evolve Pokemon whenever I want to, or something, you know, that type of thing. And so there's Hypno, and I'm thinking, is Hypno really that good of a... I mean, I used it clearly, but is it good? You know, is this a Pokemon that I'd want to use? You know, going up against the Elite Four, I'd already beaten the game, but I thought I'll do the Elite Four again just to kind of see what my team was like, you know? And it was an interesting team. Hypno is fantastic in that game. And the whole Hypnosis Dream Eater thing just works so well. I mean, it was match made in heaven, and the team that I put together was actually pretty solid. I mean, I used Venusaur because I like Bulbasaur's probably one of my favorites, at least. I had a Fearow, Flareon, Hypno. Who else? I had Nidoking as well, and one more that and a Dragonair. We just saw one. Lance was just using one. I hadn't evolved it into Dragonite yet. It was level 53 last I checked. But it was just really cool that was there. You know, and to just kind of see that. I was like, yeah, that is a pretty solid team. I mean, it's not the best team you can have in Gen 1, probably, but it was pretty darn good. And against the Elite Four, I'd kind of found a little stride, you know, where I was able to really do some pretty big damage. Again, Hypno being sort of center to that, being a very, very tricky Pokemon, especially with Dream Eater. When the Hypnosis hits, and Dream Eater, which is more powerful than Psychic, I mean, yeah, it's really quite a solid move to be able to use. I'm gonna go for Extreme Speed on the Vileplume. I think that will take it out. And if Barky does go down, we can just bring out Robotnik who can deal with Muck with the Zen Headbutt. I figured Barky would be the one who'd get targeted there. That's fine. This is what we were planning for. Alright, let's bring out Robotnik and go ahead, hit Zen Headbutt. That should be it. Obviously, I'm realizing this episode's probably going to be not that long, so I think we'll do the, we'll go ahead and do the gym after this. And, you know, it's kind of like 2 episodes in 1. Isn't that lovely? Because I've got the time to do it as well, so. Alright. Let's go ahead and, see what happens. But that's fine. The broadcast experiment was a total success. It doesn't matter what happens to this hideout now. We have much bigger plans. You'll come to appreciate Team Rocket's true power soon enough. Enjoy yourself while you can. Hee hee hee. I can't do her voice justice. I wish I could have someone who could do like some of the voice acting for this. It'd be kind of fun, but also way too much, too time consuming. Anyway, sorry Joey. I saw how well you were doing. I hung back. Now all there's left to do is turn off that odd radio signal. Yeah, and I like how his Dragonite inspecting it as well. It's this machine that's causing all the problems. I don't see a switch on it. We have no choice. We have to make all the electrode faint, not to stop the machine from transmitting this strange signal. It's no fault of the electrode, so it makes me feel sad. Let's split the job. Alright, well, this is another thing we're going to be fast forwarding through, so, see you on the flip side. Alright, so we've got the electrodes down, so let's talk to Lance, see what happens here. That odd signal's finally stopped. The lake should be back to normal. You're the best. Let me thank you on the behalf of all Pokemon. Oh yes, you should take this. I found it here, but I don't have any need for it. And I believe that is Whirlpool. The, just least interesting, worst move ever. Journey to becoming the Pokemon champion is difficult and long. Knowing that, will you keep going? I see. You're right. If you would give up that easily, you'd never chase that dream in the first place. I look forward to seeing you again. You know, it's kind of interesting playing through this game, because one of the things that, as I've kind of played through Pokemon the 2nd generation a couple times now, for this YouTube channel, is, you know, what different things I can and want to do based on what I'm playing. So like with Pokemon Crystal, I wanted to play the full game, get all the way to the end to the red battle. With Heart Gold, I went further than that because I wanted to do events and legendary Pokemon and really make it this kind of really broad expansion and like do everything that's like in the coding of the game. And it's kind of similar with this, and it's completely different to what I want to do in the transfer lock as well. Because with the transfer lock, I'm probably barely gonna play like half of the game. I'm gonna probably play up to beating Lance, and that will be it. That'll be the cutoff point. So it's kind of interesting, that whole dynamic and the shifting of it all, and where that's gonna go. Price is a veteran who's trained Pokemon for some 50 years. As you'll find, his attacks will make you shiver from the freezing gym. Are you ready to be frozen solid? I mean, keep up a hot fighting spirit against ice. Alright, so let's enter the gym and complete it. But yeah, it's just, to me, it's kind of interesting, the differences between how I'm playing some of these games, despite it being the same generation. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna do the gym puzzle, get to price. I'll see you then. Alright, well, it's time to head into the gym and take on Price before we can end off this episode with 7 gym badges, which would actually be pretty cool. We'd be definitely making progress, and some good one at that. I'm not he's obviously going to have 6 Pokemon. It's obviously going to be tricky. And, let's just go straight in and talk to him. Pokemon have many experiences in their lives, just like we do. I too have seen and suffered much in my life. Since I am your elder, let me show you what I mean. I have been training with Pokemon since before you were born. I do not lose easily. I, Price, the winter trainer, shall demonstrate my power. Alright, we'll do take 2 here. I have actually gone and gotten potions this time. So that... And Arcanine is up front, so we will not immediately just lose a Pokemon to Frostlass, or not to Frostlass, that was the 3rd Pokemon actually. We'll not just lose a Pokemon immediately to Abomasnow. And we did find out we were faster than Abomasnow as well. So, and we can one-shot it with Flamethrower, which is all well and good. And then, I think, actually, I kind of thought of this, and as I was finishing up against, well, the last attempt, I was thinking, I wonder what happens if I just go out into Joey for Dugong, because it doesn't really have anything to take us out. And we can just go for... Ice Fang, apparently. I didn't want to do that, but we can go for it. Awesome. We're gonna go for Crunch. That's what I was hoping to do first. I got, maybe it was a bit lucky, but I did get a big old defense drop on the first Crunch that I used, which was pretty helpful. So if we can get a Crunch defense drop on Dugong here, that will be helpful. That was basically the strategy I went for, and it seemed to work decently well. There we go, that's the defense drop we were looking for. If we had a second one, that would be even better, but I don't think we're going to get it. One thing as well we're definitely going to need to do is heal up, though. Now that we have Hyper Potions, we can do it without too much of an issue. Okay, I'm in a bit of a tricky spot here, because I think if he does hit me for whatever, we go down. So we definitely have to heal up one last time. But man, the Dugong is taking its sweet time. I don't know if Price has another Hyper Potion. He may have one. Okay, that was fine, because he went for the rest. I just couldn't risk it. Couldn't risk it, because we definitely want to keep Joey alive. So... Alright, let's... I don't actually... Yeah, so we're pretty much healed up. We've finally taken down this stupid little Gnar. And, Frostlass is out now. So we're gonna go into Barky. Barky's gonna be our savior. In this instance. I think we're gonna be faster than the Frostlass. I think we're going to be able to schmack it with a nice big flamethrower. It goes first and it's got Shadow Ball. I'm not worried. I was never worried. Not once. to be fair, Arcanine's actually quite the tanky Pokemon. And obviously if you hit anything with super effective moves, the tankiness does negate itself a little bit. But we actually have, I think, a couple of pretty solid Pokemon when it comes to being able to tank a few things. And then there's a Pokemon called Lapras. I've got nothing, really, for Lapras, other than I'm gonna just try and put a bunch of damage on it with Starling. It's a complete special attacker. I'm gonna go for a close combat. I'm gonna hope that whatever move it goes for, which is probably gonna be Blizzard, is probably going to hit me because I think it's still hailing. So it doesn't matter what happens to Starling, but we'll have at least put a big chunk of damage on Lapras. There we go, there's the Blizzard. I don't know what else is next. This would be the perfect time to have Focus Sash, really, wouldn't it, for this instance? So, Lapras did a Perish Song. And I'm assuming it's gonna switch out. Robotnik's kinda useless at this point. And I don't know what Lapras is gonna do. If it switches out, so this is my idea. If it switches out, I'm gonna go into Starling right now because, see, there we are. Switch out. I got 2 revives off. I didn't do any more than that because of the Perish Song. So we're able to get Intimidate off. Mamoswine can be quite quick. And I'm still gonna go for close combat. It's faster than me. This is the thing. Mamoswine's genuinely a fast Pokemon. And it hit a crit there. Although Ice Shard is critical all the time, isn't it? Anyway. Mamoswine's gonna be annoying to take out. We got Joey at least, who could do something. I honestly don't know. This is, these battles just get harder and harder, don't they? I was really hoping that we could get a close combat off just because it's such a strong move. Yeah, it's just got Earthquake. It's just going to take out my team because it's going to be faster than everything else. And I don't have enough priority moves. Alright, so we're at Earthquake. As long as it doesn't crit, this thing is going down. And great. Alright, we got the Surf off. If Lapras comes out, I'm going to keep Joey out, revive Starling, and that's how we're going to take out Lapras. Actually, we probably could have kept Henge, but that's fine. We'll have Starling. We'll put Robotnik in for whatever the last Pokemon is first. And if we can, I will try and use a move against Lapras, but I don't think Henge survives anything now. Alright. Well, I've got a good feeling about this. Lapras does have a weakness, or -1 on defense. We've got Starling. We know how much damage we did without a -1. Close combat. Please take out the Lapras. Eyes closed, fingers crossed. Don't survive on one, and it doesn't. Ugh. My life is complete. No, it isn't, because we have to now defeat whatever the last Pokemon is. I was thinking it's going to be like a Cloyster or a Glalie. I don't know which one it's going to be. It's going to be Glalie. Actually, how fast is Glalie? They changed it to Rock in this game, I'm pretty sure. Which means close combat would in fact take it out if... I actually have a new strategy that involves Starling once more. I wish we had something to slow it down, but that's fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heal up Robotnik, and then heal up everyone else. Okay, he has set up spikes. I'm going for a bullet punch, though. That's fine. Ice Shard probably shouldn't take us out. I think he set up like 2 or 3 spikes, which I'm a little annoyed about. But if we can get off a bullet punch, it should be super effective. Heck, if we can survive another, we wouldn't have had to use the revives and super potions, but they're there anyway. I'm actually so convinced that we're taking this thing out with Robotnik that I'm actually healing up Robotnik, and I'm going to go for Bullet Punch again. Because I genuinely think that we can take Glalie down. It's just not that strong. I mean, Mamoswine, strong Pokemon. Dugong, bulky. Frostlass is just generally quite good, although didn't really do too well here. Lapras, tanky. But Glalie, when you give it Rock type, and you've got a Pokemon like Robotnik, what can you do? And that's the battle. Only took 2 attempts this time. Not too bad. You guys get a nice long episode. I'm not going to read all the stuff. I'm too tired, and I've literally got to go because I've been recording for 2 hours. Isn't that fun? So, if you've enjoyed, make sure you go ahead, hit that like button, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time when we finish off Team Rocket. Take care.